Today's video is all about bats at Old Tunnel State Park. What's up guys, in today's video we're driving out to Fredericksburg, Texas to visit Old Tunnel State Park and see the bats coming out of the old railway tunnel. It's about a 1-hour drive outside of San Antonio. That particular day was really nice and sunny. Fredericksburg has got a lot of great things to see. There's a Pacific War Museum there. There's a lot of great restaurants and shops to check out. It's just a very nice small town in the hill country of Texas, and I highly recommend visiting it. We walked around for about 45 minutes and then left for the park. It's about a 22-minute drive or so from Fredericksburg out to the park. Make sure you get your tickets before you head out there or you won't have anywhere to sit. You might miss the sign, so be careful when you're driving out there. It also looks like it's under construction, but it is actually open. There is no cost to actually visit the park, but there is a $5 per person cost to get a seat at the bleachers for when the bats are coming out. Now there's also a trail that you can walk down. It's probably between a 1/4 mile and a 1/3 mile from the top all the way down to the end. And along the way, of course, there's information and other cool things to see down there. Highly recommend that you wear closed-toed shoes. Don't recommend wearing flip-flops or sandals. You might slip and your feet will definitely get dirty. And when you get down to the bottom, there's this nice trail that you can walk along, and I would just recommend that you bring sunscreen or bug spray. There was quite a few gnats out there, not too many other critters along the way. When you see the tunnel, when you're near the tunnel, it is very smelly, so just be advised. And then the hike back up is pretty brutal, so we opted to sit off to the side under this shelter with a picnic table, and the park ranger gave a little talk before the bats started coming out of the tunnel. And then they started coming out, and the ranger referred to this kind of like a bat NATO, I think is what they called it. And at first it was a little bit slow going for them to start coming out, but then they started really coming out in swarms following the direction of the wind, and you can see them there flying off into the distance trying to find insects to eat and water to drink and whatnot. So some interesting things that the ranger was talking about was how the population of the bats has decreased by about 2 million. So at their peak, they're normally about 3 million in population, but this year, due to limited water resources and food sources, the population was only about 1 million. So some other things I wanted to mention was I had talked about how the cost of the tickets at $5 per person, but I did want to let you know that we had to reserve those tickets about 3 weeks ahead of time because they were limiting the number of seats available due to COVID-19. So just keep that in mind when you're considering your dates of visiting the park. Now, here you're going to see where the wind shifted and the bats started flying directly overhead of us, which is pretty cool. A little unnerving at first, actually unnerving the entire time. So I just wasn't sure, how low they were going to fly. Were they going to fly up and under the pavilion, or were they going to poop on us or anything like that? And the wind shifted 3 times total, so we had this bat NATO experience right above us a total of 3 times, which is again pretty cool, but still a little bit uncomfortable for me anyway. I ended up back in the corner because I didn't want to see it anymore, and they were laughing at me. But anyway, it was a very cool experience to do with my family, and I really enjoyed it. So I highly recommend this. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.